up again. We're gonna restart the YouTube stream. The link is in my bio, in my link tree on Banfield tonight. Oh, she said it tonight. All right, hold on. Let's look. I'm sure that they have something like set up. Ugh, I don't know why it's doing this. It's super annoying. Let's see. News Nation. Well, one of my mods hop over onto YouTube and tell me if it's still glitchy. I'm hoping it's not, but YouTube and Reddit, yeah. Okay, let me see if they have anything up yet, like on their website about this. The YouTube video, you mean the one of the guy like talking about, like the one that talking about the Bluetooth, or the one talking about what they reported the other day that I saw weeks ago? Why? Okay. Ooh, 14 minutes ago, Banfield. Did first responders contaminate Idaho murder scene or unaliving scene? What they reported the other day. Ash, will you? I have it somewhere. The link to it. If you go to my link tree, my Instagram is in there. Will you message me on Instagram so I can send it to you? I can do it right now, but I just don't have your. I want to see your Instagram. Or not see it. I want to have your Instagram so I can send it to you. I can't send it over TikTok. Let's see what she has to say here. Forensic scientist Larry Kolbinski told Banfield on Friday that this is common at crime scenes. We're trained to save lives. They are not trained to do crime scene work. What? She is doing way too much, I agree. I can briefly explain what happened about the attack on Friday. So, last Friday, there was a PhD student who was coming home from her classes, and it was about 6:15-ish, and you know what I'm gonna do, guys? I'm just gonna read you her account, okay? Because it comes better from her probably anyways. So I'm gonna read you what her account of what happened is, and I'll read you what the Moscow police had to say about it. So, hold on. She says, "Hello. I'm not sure if I can post this here, so take it down if not appropriate. My name is Daniela, and I'm a PhD international student. I just want to warn everybody about something that happened to me on Friday night when I was going home. I took the bus home and got to my stop around 6:10 p.m. I was walking to my apartment door when I noticed a black car with no plates and no car logo parked in front of my apartment door. The trunk was open and the car was running. I kept walking to my door, and when I was about to close my apartment door, there was a man behind me, and he then grabbed the door handle. I was able to push all my body weight against the door to prevent him from coming in. I quickly locked the door and called the police while pushing the door really hard. The police have a full description of this man and the car. The man kept ringing the bell multiple times while trying to force the door and knocking on the door. The police came, but the man was gone. The man knew my schedule, where I live, and that I live alone. I did not recognize this man at all, never seen him before. I am not in Pullman anymore. I left as soon as I could. I'm very scared of what could have happened if this man got me. I just want to say this here so that everybody is careful, because I never heard anyone coming behind me, even though I was fully focused. I do not wish this situation on anyone, so just be careful, please. Thank you and stay safe. So here is the confirmation from the Pullman Police Department. It was posted on their Facebook. It reads, I understand that there is some concern. Like, no fucking shit. Surrounding a student post regarding an incident that took place Friday evening. Around 6:14 p.m. on Friday, February 3rd, Pullman police officers responded to a report of a male subject, possibly Asian or Latino, approximately 5'5" and wearing a green sweatshirt, who rang the doorbell and attempted to open the female's apartment door. Now, does that sound like what happened? Because to me, that does not sound like what happened here. At all. They made it sound like he came and rang her doorbell while she was there and, like, tried to, like, jimmy the handle a little bit. Like, this man crept up behind her, tried to force his way into her apartment while she was closing the door, and then when she got the door closed, repeatedly tried to break down the door and get into her apartment. Like, I understand that they don't want people to worry and get scared, but, like, people should be worried and should be scared. I just, like, the lying and the contradiction, though, like, that's what I don't get. Like, anybody can see her post and then go and see that the police are now not saying the same thing. You know what I'm saying? So he attempted to open the female's apartment door. Okay. When officers arrived, the subject had already left in what was described as a black sedan. Officers responded to the area within minutes and were unable to locate the subject/vehicle. So see what they did there? They basically there said, well, we were there very quickly and we didn't really see anybody. So, like, we don't really know that this happened the way that you're describing it happened. They're not, do you see what they did there with those words? This is concerning. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go back through the way that this girl, who it happened to, talked about it. Okay? And we're going to compare it to what happened at the Idaho house. They provided extra patrols throughout the evening. Okay. If anyone has information that may assist us in identifying the vehicle or subject involved in this case, you are encouraged to contact Sergeant Todd Dow. As always, we encourage community members to remain vigilant and about personal safety. Be aware of your surroundings, report suspicious people activities, and call us if you need. Now, another thing that happened was they got on TV to talk about it, and the police made, like, a plea or like kind of like talking to the guy, and was like, if you're the person that did this and there's a reasonable explanation why, call us and tell us. Like, are you inviting the guy to fucking lunch? Are you leaving him a voicemail to, like, go hang out? Like, what are you saying right now? Instead of saying, like, we're looking for you. You know what I mean? Like, we take this very seriously. We're looking for you. Don't attempt to do this again because we will find you. They're like, if there's a reasonable explanation, somebody call us. Okay. Sure. He'll get right on that. He'll let you know where his next hit is going to be. Like, Right. So here's the thing is why I think that the Goncalves family wants it lifted. I think as the days go on and more things, especially like this, start to happen, they're going to quickly realize that okay, let me put it this way. If things like this instance keep happening, okay, and this girl took it upon herself to report this on the Facebook page. If she had not, would we even know? No. The only reason they had to address it was because it was posted onto their page and people saw it. So, if things like this keep happening, they have the wrong person. If they had the right person, things like this specific instance, would not be happening anymore. See, so somebody else said that earlier, surprised they didn't delete it. The only part about that is like if 1 or 2 people even saw it, right? And they deleted it, that makes it even more suspicious. That's what I was thinking. Maybe they do have the wrong person. So here's, guys, like I don't want it to not be Kohberger. But as I've said from the very beginning, I want the right person to be arrested and go away for this. Because if not, this is going to keep happening. And are we going to wait for another body to show up before we do something? Because let's just put it this way. The Green River unaliver. Police talked to him 2 times. 2 times. He unalived over 70 people. 70 young women. I know that people don't want to like think of it that way, but like how do you explain what's happening then? I'd love an explanation from the people that are going to be like, "You're spreading lies." I'm not spreading lies, going off of what I'm being told. Right. The Gonzalez family is like, the fuck? Like, did you get the guy or not? Because thank you for the roses. Okay, so somebody said, or is it the other person that was supposed to be, or is it that other person that was supposed to be arrested? So here, what other person was supposed to be arrested? So here's the thing, is that saying that there was another person involved would be saying that there is 2 psychopaths that met each other, talked about unaliving people together, and made a plan. Like, usually this dynamic happens with siblings that went through tremendous abuse, or like kind of like a Bonnie and Clyde situation. And usually that Bonnie and Clyde situation is where a very low self-esteemed woman is trying to please the man psychopath. Does that make sense? It's very unlikely. I mean, could it have happened? I mean, I guess so. From him, like somebody who replied to his, like his, what was it, a Reddit thing? Maybe. I mean, it's not completely out of possibility. Although, to me, that would mean that they don't actually have, I don't know. For this person to do it again means that they have this insatiable urge. And that urge was more than the fear of getting caught doing it. And somebody said, yeah, like no danger, but there really is. Somebody said something about a copycat. So copycat's copycat. Does that make sense? Maybe not. But they wouldn't they would try to replicate the crime as close as possible. Breaking in when that person is sleeping. Things like that. Now, here's why I say that this could be the same person, even though the crimes were different. In the beginning of a serial unaliver's offenses, they're testing what they like. Do I want them to be asleep? Do I want them to be awake? Do I want there to be a struggle? Do I not want there to be a struggle? What gets me the most excited? What gives me the most feeling? Do I want them to know me or not know me? Do I want to use this weapon or this weapon, or do I want to use my hands? You know, maybe not, but I don't know if they have cameras. I have no idea. I think yeah. Yeah, BK asked if anybody else was arrested. So he would want the gag order lifted if... I mean, he would want the gag order lifted